A person's future is not decided by luck. It is decided by control. Control over thoughts, control over actions, control over desires. This simple truth has shaped the lives of successful people like Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, and Jeff Bezos. But if self-control is so powerful, why do most people still fail? Why do they know what's right, but still choose what's easy? Today's story will reveal the answer, and by the end, you might see yourself differently. Stay with me. This story might change your life. Once in a crowded city full of noise and distractions, there lived a young man named Rohan. Rohan had big dreams. He wanted success. He wanted respect. He wanted a better life. But there was one problem. He had no control over himself. Every morning he promised to wake up early, but when the alarm rang, he hit snooze. "I'll start tomorrow," he whispered. Every night he planned to work on his goals, but instead, he scrolled on his phone for hours. One video became 10 minutes became 3 hours, and deep inside, he knew something was wrong. But he ignored it because comfort felt easier. He didn't realize it yet, but his lack of self-control was slowly destroying his future. One evening, something unusual happened. Rohan was sitting in a small park, staring at his phone, when an old man sat beside him. The man looked calm, peaceful, different. After a few minutes, the old man asked, "Tell me, are you in control of your life?" Rohan smiled slightly. "Of course," he said. "It's my life." The old man looked at him and shook his head. "If it is your life, then why do you do things you know are wrong?" Rohan froze. For a moment, he had no answer. The old man continued, "Self-control is the difference between the life you want and the life you live." Then he stood up and walked away. That night, Rohan couldn't sleep. The words kept repeating in his mind, "Why do you do things you know are wrong? Self-control is the difference." He turned in his bed again and again. "I'll wake up early tomorrow," he told himself, but something felt wrong. He had said this before, many times, and every time he failed. "Maybe I just don't have discipline," he thought. "Maybe I'm just not strong enough." But deep inside, a small voice whispered, "Or maybe you've never truly tried." The next morning, the alarm rang, 6 a.m. Rohan opened his eyes. His hand moved slowly toward the phone, ready to press snooze. But then he stopped. The old man's voice echoed again, "Are you in control?" For a few seconds, there was a silent battle inside him. Comfort versus control. Sleep versus discipline. And then, for the first time, Rohan turned off the alarm and sat up. It was a small win, but it felt powerful. That day, he made a simple rule: just control one thing, not everything, just one. He controlled his morning. The next day, he added another. He controlled his screen time. No phone for the first hour. It was hard, very hard. His mind kept saying, "Just check for a minute, just one video." But he resisted, again and again. Some days he failed, but something was different this time. He didn't quit. Days turned into weeks, weeks turned into months, and slowly, something incredible happened. Rohan started changing. He became more focused, more disciplined, more confident. But the biggest change was inside. He no longer felt weak. One day, while sitting alone, he realized something. "I'm not a lazy person. I was just out of control. And now I'm in control." That's when everything changed. 6 months later, in the same park, Rohan sat on a bench, but this time, there was no phone in his hand. Instead, there was a notebook. He was working, focused, calm, disciplined. Then suddenly, he saw someone familiar. It was the old man. Rohan stood up quickly. "Sir, do you remember me?" he asked. The old man looked closely and smiled. "Yes," he said. The young man with no control. Rohan smiled back, but not anymore. The old man nodded. "I can see that." "What changed?" he asked. Rohan took a deep breath. "I realized something simple. I don't need more time. I don't need more motivation. I just needed control over myself." The old man smiled again. "And now," Rohan looked confident. Now I control my actions, and my actions are building my future. The two stood there, in silence. Then they shook hands. Not as strangers, but as equals. Life is not controlled by luck. It is controlled by you. If you cannot control your habits will control you. If you cannot control your mind will control your life. But the moment you take control, everything changes. Your future changes. Your identity changes. Your life changes. So ask yourself, are you really in control? If this story made you think, leave a like. Comment below, what is one thing you will control starting today? And don't forget to subscribe, because your next story might change your life.